Did you know that many professional manga artists got their first break by winning a manga contest? And for many creators, these contests are not just about winning the prize money, it's about building connection, getting noticed by editors, and sometimes even launch a professional career. But here is a problem. There are dozens and dozens different manga contests out there, and not all of those contests are worth your time. Some of those contests are perfect for beginners, and some will just drain you emotionally, physically, and will leave you with empty feeling inside. I'm looking at you, Kadokawa. I've personally have entered multiple contests throughout the years, so today I'm not ranking them based on prize pool or popularity. I'm ranking them from one perspective only. Is this contest worth entering if you are a beginner manga creator? Let's get into it. So let's start right away with the biggest name. Okay, Webtoon. Well, I'm putting it on sea level, and don't get me wrong, Webtoon itself is an amazing platform to publish your comics. Millions of readers use it every month, and it's a great place to build an audience. But a contest? I really don't recommend it for beginners. The requirements are usually massive, and typically you need around 40 panels per episode and 3 complete episodes. And that's a huge workload. Because the prize money is often very high, these contests attract also professional creators, professional artists, and sometimes even small studios. So as a solo beginner, you probably will get crushed by competition. I actually entered Webtoon contests twice. The first time I only managed to finish 1 episode, and the second time I finished all 3 episodes, but the quality absolutely dropped starting from the second episode because I was rushing so hard. Another issue is that reader engagement matters before judges even review your work. It means that creators with big audiences outside of Webtoon can have a significant advantage. And there also have been some controversies surrounding Webtoon contests and contracts, with discussions online about exclusive rights and additional agreements after actually winning a contest. So there is that, you can Google that part, and whether it's true or not, it's something creators should research for themselves. Overall, I would say that Webtoon is too competitive, too much work for the beginner, too much pressure, and yeah, it's easy as C tier. Let's move forward. Now let's look at Japan International Manga Award, which is new for me actually. I haven't participated yet, but I plan to. And this contest is a huge deal. It's specifically designed for non-Japanese creators and exists to promote manga culture internationally. So if your dream is to be published in Japan, this is probably one of the biggest opportunities available right now. And as I told, I think I will enter this contest myself for the first time this year at the end of June, which is at the end of this month. So I'm kind of panicking already, but the best part, there is no theme attached to this contest. So if you already have made manga with at least 16 pages, you can simply polish it and submit. So I'm putting it at the B tier. So why not A tier, you might ask? Because submission process feels like you're fighting a final boss. First of all, you need to fill out this enormous application form. Then your local Japanese embassy or consulate will contact you. Then they will send you another link where you will upload your work, The opportunity itself is fantastic. The bureaucracy, not so much. Come on, you need to fill form that consists of 50 pages. 50 pages! What kind of information they even requesting? So yeah, I'm confused why it's so complicated to just submit your work. But hey, I will give it a shot, but just because it's so complicated and confusing, I'm putting it on B level. Next is Global Comic Awards from Mangadraft. This contest is a collaboration with Mangadraft and Clip Studio Paint, and I actually entered this contest just recently. I reused the polished version of my Webtoon contest entry of my old Webtoon, so uploading was quite easy. For manga creators, the required length is around 8 to 16 pages, which is very manageable. And as I said, the contest also supported by Clip Studio Paint, which is pretty cool, since that's what I personally use for drawing my manga. However, just like in case of Webtoon, reader engagement kind of influences what gets attention before judges make their decisions. So your audience size still matters. So I'll place it in front of Webtoon just because I think Mangadraft Contest is a little bit better. Because to some degree, thankfully, the prize pool isn't massive, meaning you probably won't be competing against nearly as many professionals as it would be in case of Webtoon. So if you have story already and if it fits current theme, then just go for it. Otherwise, I wouldn't spend much time on this contest. So for me, it's a C tier. Next. Okay, next is Kadokawa World Manga Contest. Well, yeah, Kadokawa obviously is a huge company. They publish tons of famous manga. The contest itself is exciting. The prize money is huge and attractive. The submission process is quite simple. The form is very short. You can upload in different formats. They don't care how you present your double page spread. You can cut it in half. You can upload the whole page. So this flexibility in requirements and rules is very good. Kudos for that, Kadokawa. But I have one major complaint. After participating, I got absolutely nothing. No feedback from Kadokawa whatsoever. No email, no notifications, no thank you for entering, nothing. As you probably can tell, I lost in this year's contest, which is totally fine, but at least tell me I existed. Even an automated message would have been nice. Overall, it's still a good contest with real opportunities. It just leaves you feeling like you just threw your manga into a black hole, and yeah, so just for that, Kadokawa goes to B tier. Next, Kyoto International Creators Award. Well, this one is relatively new, at least for me, and honestly surprised me. It's an international contest. Everyone can participate, which is great. If this contest is happening right now, and the deadline is by the end of August, so no specific theme attached to this contest, which is great. There are decent prize money and winners get invited to Kyoto, which again sounds fun and exciting. The paperwork still looks a little bit bureaucratic because, well, it's Japan, you know. But from what I've seen, it appears much simpler than Japan International Manga Award Contest, at least it doesn't have 50 pages of form that you need to fill out. At least for now it looks this way. So good job, Kyoto. And since it's a relatively new contest, at least for me, I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt. So I'm putting it at A tier. All right, next is Manga Plus Creator Monthly Award. So this one is weird. Yeah, it's run by Shueisha, so it's official. I even use Manga Plus to read my favorite mangas, such as Hunter x Hunter. But the monthly award program is a little bit confusing, to be honest. I don't get it, and I don't like it. So essentially, everyone and anyone can publish their manga on Manga Plus platform, and you automatically participate in this monthly award contest. And readers' engagement pushes the ranking of monthly manga submissions. Essentially, readers can like and comment your work, and after that, judges review top 10 entries. So basically, there is this dynamic list of top entries. And because of that, there also could be cases where there is months where judges decide that, hey, no one wins this month. And actually, looking through the rankings for this month, I've seen that very average works getting huge engagement, while incredible manga stays on much lower positions. So it kind of feels that social media promotions plays a role in there. So yeah, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe that average looking manga is just better, but yeah, in my opinion, it just looks that some creators are kind of manipulating with overall scores. Either way, I don't like this system. I don't like this contest. The platform itself is great. Publishing there and the feedback from readers that you will get can motivate you to create more, which is great. But as an actual contest, I'm putting it on D tier. Sorry for that. Okay, next is a little bit different type of contest, which is Kodansha, hopefully I'm pronouncing it correctly, Kodansha Manga Academy Award. This one is a little bit different because it's less of a contest and more of an opportunity to get noticed. You basically submit your best work and potentially connect with an editor. And that's very valuable. So the main requirement is that you need to provide at least 8 pages, and this award is happening right now. Deadline is by the end of July. Which is great, because maybe I can pull this off and submit something and then see how it works. And also, they promise individual feedback for the top 100 entries. And that's already more than many contests provide. The application process looks straightforward. So yeah, I think I will try this myself. So for now, I'm putting it at the B tier because it's kind of interesting opportunity. But I will probably not create something new. I will use my old manga and I will just adjust it, polish it for this particular award. So yeah, again, this is interesting opportunity, but not quite ultimate beginners contest. And last but not least, Silent Manga Audition. This is my #1 recommendation, and I easily putting it on the S tier level because I've entered this competition 3 times already, And if you are just starting out, I honestly think that it's the best manga competition available right now, because it's Silent Manga Audition. It means no dialogues required. You don't have to worry whether your English sounds natural within that particular character. You don't need to translate any text from your original language. You just tell your story entirely through visuals and emotions, which is still incredibly difficult, don't get me wrong, but it's an amazing way to also improve your storytelling. And every submission receives feedback from editorial department. And also the judges are actual professional mangakas. The contest itself happens multiple times a year, and your previous entries are saved on Silent Manga Audition servers, where through your account you can look on your previous entries, you can analyze those, and yeah, it's pretty cool. And of course, winning is extremely hard, but the educational value is unmatched. And unlike some other contests on this list, you get notifications, you get emails, you get feedback and announcements. It feels like you're dealing with people who genuinely care about your work, which is pretty cool for beginners. And that's why Silent Manga Audition is my S tier. So that's my ranking. Do you agree? Did I completely destroy your favorite contest? Let me know in the comments. If you want to see more how it's actually participating in big manga contests, you can check my video right here. And if you are creating manga yourself, feel free to join my Discord server. It's completely free. People share their work, give feedback and ask questions there. And I also plan to feature community mangas in future videos, review them, and hopefully give smaller creators a bit of additional exposure. Links are in the description, and good luck with your next manga.
This is author song of my YouTube channel, and it's not made by AI. Someday I will become the greatest mangaka, so you better subscribe.